Did you know who got the most expensive bar of chocolate? Or is it true that chocolate is actually the healthiest food of all? Everything you thought or you knew about chocolate may just be wrong. You'll be looking at your next piece of chocolate in a totally different way after this video. Cacao is not a bean, it's a fruit. The term cacao bean is technically incorrect. Cacao beans are neither beans nor legumes. They're seeds found in the pod-shaped fruit of the Theobroma cacao tree. Each cacao pod contains a gelatinous, sweet, white pulp, the heart of the fruit, that holds roughly 20 to 50 seeds. This fruity pulp is vital to the early stages of the chocolate-making process. Once the pod is opened and the pulp is exposed to the outside world, its sugars start to ferment, producing a potent microbial cocktail of yeasts, bacteria, and enzymes that significantly transform the flavor and cut the bitterness of the cacao seed, or bean. Without the pulp, chocolate would not be the delectable wonder we know and love. But don't just call it a fruit, you can call cacao a superfruit. Chocolate has hundreds of chemical compounds and no one knows exactly how many. The health, flavor, and psychoactive magic of chocolate comes from its potently diverse mix of chemical compounds. There are so many, in fact, that scientists don't really know the actual amount. Some will say there are roughly 600 volatile or aroma-defining compounds, others upwards of 800. Meanwhile, the Australian Academy of Science claims there are over 1,500 flavor components identified in chocolate, though we're not sure where their proof is or what a flavor component entails. What we can all agree on is that these compounds work together to make for one of the most satisfying and healthiest foods on the planet. If not the healthiest, especially if you're talking about 100% cacao. All of those chemical compounds mentioned above make for a truly life-giving combination, led by the mild stimulant theobromine, essential minerals like magnesium and iron, and a robust package of antioxidants. Speaking of, cacao is one of Mother Nature's richest sources of polyphenols and flavonols, all of which offer impressive anti-inflammatory and anti-aging effects. There's evidence that chocolate can improve cognitive function, boost the immune system, boost your mood, support the cardiovascular system, protect against chronic diseases, enhance performance, support the gut, slow down aging. For the love of cacao, don't store your chocolate in the fridge. If there happens to be any leftover chocolate in your house, don't be tempted to store it in the fridge. Chocolate keeps best in a dry, dark environment between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, about 18 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius. Your fridge is likely set at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, about 4 degrees Celsius, or below. Such a cool, moist environment will lead to an aesthetically unappealing phenomenon known as sugar bloom. Even worse, the rich, fatty cacao butter in your chocolate will absorb the odors of everything in your fridge, ruining the heavenly flavor and experience you've been craving. Chocolate is on its way to becoming a $10+ billion industry in North America. Statista forecasts that the market for cocoa and chocolate in North America alone will reach $10.4 billion by 2027. That's about a 30% increase from 2016. Globally, they predict that the chocolate confectionery market will reach over $223 billion by 2025. Small batch craft chocolate accounts for just a tiny, tiny sliver of that, with massive brands like Mars and Lindt raking in the most. Speaking of money, Guinness World Records has the most expensive chocolate bar sold at auction, listed as a 100-year-old Cadbury chocolate bar that went on Captain Robert Scott's first discovery expedition to the Antarctic. It sold in 2001 for $687. In 2009, that same company, Cadbury, turned heads with its $1,630 Whisper Gold chocolate bar covered in edible gold leaf and protected in a gold leaf wrapper. In 2019, Guinness World Record awarded the most expensive chocolate to Swiss company Atimo for their $689 80-gram chocolate bar that includes exclusive Swiss saffron and Venezuelan Chihuahua chocolate. White chocolate is not chocolate. Because it doesn't contain cocoa solids or chocolate liquor, white chocolate isn't chocolate in the strict sense. But it does contain parts of the cacao bean, mainly cocoa butter. Milk chocolate was invented in Switzerland. Daniel Peter created the tasty treat in 1875 after 8 years of trying to make his recipe work. Condensed milk ended up being the key ingredient. The United States military went to Hershey to make a special chocolate bar for troops. In 1937, Captain Paul Logan of the U.S. Army met with Hershey's president, William Murray, and chief chemist, Sam Hinkle, to craft government-approved chocolate bars to send to soldiers overseas in the event of a war. To get the recipe up to Uncle Sam's specifications, Logan required the company to meet 4 objectives. The bar had to weigh about 4 ounces, withstand high temperatures, be high in calories, and taste a little better than a boiled potato, according to the Hershey Community Archives. Why the part about the potato? They're called rations for a reason, and if the chocolate tasted too good, there was a fear that the troops would eat them in non-emergency situations. The end result was known as the D-ration bar, and it was a part of many of the supply packs. Cacao trees can live to be 100 years old. That may sound impressive, but the tropical beauties only make viable cacao beans for just 25 years of their lifespan. Speaking of interesting facts about chocolate, we know where we're going for our next vacation. Brussels Airport in Belgium sells more chocolate than anywhere else in the world. An astonishing 800 tons of chocolate is sold each year. That's 3.3 pounds of chocolate per minute. The Great Nutella Heist. In 2017, a refrigerated trailer containing 20 tons of Nutella and Kinder Surprise eggs was stolen in the German town of Neustadt. The thieves got away with over $70,000 worth of chocolate. It's clear that chocolate isn't just a sweet delight. In fact, it's so much more. Chocolate has captured the hearts and taste buds of many people worldwide. From forming a central part of ancient Mesoamerican ceremonies to boosting your brain health and romance prospects, it's fascinating to see how chocolate has such deep historical and cultural significance. Chocolate truly is a wonderful blend of pleasure and health. So, as you savor your next piece of chocolate, take a moment to appreciate its journey through history, captivating allure, and many benefits to your health. Now that you know some interesting facts about chocolate, how could you resist sampling some